What's up, dudes and dudettes of the internet? My name is Scyushi, and we're back games more Trove of our PC Let's Play series. The big reason why this is going to end up being an episode rather than a live stream is I was just casually getting some of my daily stuff out of the way, and wouldn't you know it, ba-bam! I finally got my Crystal 3 melee weapon, guys. On top of this, I'm actually really excited to be sharing some new information that I've gotten from Gamigo, but we'll talk about that in a bit, because more importantly, this is going to be a super duper hype video because I can finally get a fully maxed out Neon Ninja. We can try him out. We can see how he's going to end up faring. You know, thankfully, as I got this piece of gear, it did end up having, you know, it had max health on it. So I did get to luckily roll that off because we do actually have the weekly second stat reroll event going on, which perfect because it's like right then and there, close to being gone. Sorry guys, I had to destroy that man. Either way, let's update this thing. Let's make it super powerful. And we actually got crit damage as the reroll, or on the fourth stat, which is not bad. But I'm looking at getting some attack speed and movement speed on this bad boy. So hopefully we can get lucky enough to reroll it. It means that I got to get lucky enough to reroll the second stat, or third stat on, you know, crystal gear, but I gotta get the second stat to end up being attack speed or movement speed, and then the fourth stat has to be attack speed or movement speed as well. Ideally, I would have that third stat be magic find, but that's not too important for what we're doing right now. Crit damage, movement, no. Give me what I want to see here, please. Attack speed, movement speed, stability. Hey, I'll take it. Now, am I going to be able to actually upgrade this bad boy? Because these are expensive, even for me, guys. Like, it's really expensive to end up upgrading a Crystal 3 because of all the nitro that it takes. This is why nitro is always going to end up being an expensive resource that you can continuously sell to other players, just because you always need it. That was actually not too bad. 1 mil to, basically like 1 mil to end up upgrading this bad boy, which, hey, whatever, I'll take it. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth, gamers. We're sitting at 33580 for our power rank. Am I rocking the right ally? Raptor Berserker. Yeah. Bam! 34k PR. This is it. Finally, I've gotten my Neon Ninja completely maxed out. He is all beautiful and all powerful. Do I actually have... I want to double check that I've got all my gems completely maxed out, because I know on one of my characters, I didn't have it maxed out. Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of a different one. So I do seem to have all of the right stuff in all the right places, if I'm not mistaken. Our attack speed is at 296% with all of this gear. That's insane, guys, because the cap of attack speed, like the soft cap of attack speed that you can have in this game, is 300%. Any character that ends up getting over 300%, that is just nothing but visuals. It is not going to end up affecting the attack speed of your character from anything further than 300%. So we're sitting like 4% shy of having the maximum attack speed in the entire game that's possible on the Neon Ninja. That is insane. And our movement speed, where's my movement speed? Forget about it. We're sitting at 105. And that's just our base movement speed as we're just walking around. If we do one single backflip, we're already sitting at 157 movement speed. And if we go on our mount, that's just 90 movement speed. So without our mount, we have more movement speed than we do with our mount. That's insane. Now, if I ended up having a Knight subclass ability and I was rocking a mount with a 30k PR Knight subclass ability, then obviously we would be sitting there with, I think it's 125 movement speed. But even then, you know, one backflip and we're already much higher as far as our speed is concerned. So I'm really hoping to see... Oh my gosh. I actually noticed this difference like right away. Because what's the difference between these bad boys? It's only 4 movement speed. You wouldn't think that I would notice that, but I do. And 4% to attack speed. So it's not like... This is where I gotta tell you guys the truth. As far as like farming for Crystal 3... I honestly don't recommend it. I don't think that it's worth it for the average player to end up going for Crystal 3, just because Crystal 2 is right up there. It's just as powerful as Crystal 3, basically. It's just having that extra bit of PR to flex with, and then otherwise having the satisfaction of a completely maxed out character but ultimately is not really going to make that much of a difference as far as your strength and your power is concerned. You know, like we're sitting, oh my gosh, I mean, Neon Ninja just got to go fast anyways, so it doesn't really matter, right? And the build that I've been rocking, you know, if you guys are curious, I already had a 2019 Neon Ninja build video, so I'll try and remember to have that in the description, or I'll have a card, you know, in the top right of your screen that links to it, whatever. But Neon Ninja, you know, has never really been one of my favorite characters, in all honesty. Why have I swapped back to the Neon Ninja? Well, I'll tell you, he's just that fast that I can't pass him up. The same reason why I swapped to the Neon Ninja originally was because he's way stronger than Shadowhunter, and then on top of it, he's just way faster. He's so fast that you can casually do dungeons. He's kind of the same mentality that I have in real life with biking, for example. So you know, even if you're biking really, really slow, it's still faster than walking. So that's pretty much the Neon Ninja in a nutshell, is even if you're doing dungeons extremely slow as the Neon Ninja, you're not really paying attention or anything like that, it's still going to be faster than most of the classes, if not all of the classes in the entire game. Certain characters can keep up, Vanguard, Dino Tamer, you know, these characters will do a decent job of it, but they're not going to end up doing a great job. Especially when you compare something like, take the Shadowhunter, for example, you're just not going to keep up. Like, not at all. So you definitely got to keep that in mind. Now, I wanted to kind of talk about some extra stuff that Gamigo mentioned to me. So I do want to keep you guys a little bit informed of that. I don't have any new information yet in regards to Trove updates, but I am excited to say that they ended up reaching out to me even more than they already had. So Gamigo has actually been doing a great job kind of keeping me in the loop. You know, they understand that I'm a content creator that is, I don't know, like going to do a good job sharing this information with you guys, right? So what happened is already they ended up contacting me a couple months back. I'll give you guys the history of it. In short, Tryon Worlds was the company that ended up creating Trove, and they basically went bankrupt. And everybody got laid off, and, you know, barely any of the Trove devs ended up staying on. I think a couple of them from the lower ranks stayed on, and now we've got some of them coming back to Trove, but most of them are just gone. I think that the dust is starting to settle. I think that now they are starting to finally get things a little bit more in order with Trove and just with the dev team and stuff like that, because not only did I ended up having, you know, Dan ended up reaching out to me from Gamigo a couple months back, and it's been a blessing that he reached out to me, because what he's basically done for me is he set up, there's a sign up link in the description of all my Trove videos now, and basically if you sign up with that Trove link while you're playing Trove and then you buy stuff out of the cash shop, I just end up making a percentage of those sales. So it's really helped out to pay the bills and stuff like that just by having people do that, which doesn't end up affecting your gameplay in any way, shape, or form. So that was already really, really awesome. That was already more than Tryon ever did for me. And then on top of that, I finally have gotten my hands on some Proclaimophones, which is an item that allows me to shout to the entire game that I'm actually live streaming and stuff like that. So, you know, it's really handy. It's really helpful. And as far as I know, I'll be able to regularly get those from now on. But they've also given me Streamer Dream boxes. So these are basically going to end up being boxes that I can give away, and I'll give them away during my streams from now on, not necessarily in these videos. Possibly I'll give them away in my videos again, but it's difficult to give things away in YouTube comments, because then I got to track down a way of actually like messaging you guys and giving you the code and stuff. But there's a possibility, you know, if we end up getting some bigger prizes over Streamer Dream boxes, there's a possibility we could end up doing that, because they ended up reaching out to me again only a couple days ago, letting me know that this week Trove is actually having a pretty decent update. I don't know what it is yet. They said that they would end up telling me about it. We've been speculating in the Discord. The only thing that we could assume it is it's either, you know, they say that there's new content coming with this update. So either that just means a new dragon, new chaos chest. Maybe they're just talking about a hot fix to end up fixing a lot of the problems that we've seen. But the fact that they say new content has me curious and has me, you know, with what they've been doing with the game, I'm a little bit optimistic. I'm hoping that they're going to be adding U10 Uber worlds to every other type of world generation so that we're not stuck in the geode surface, right? Because if you guys don't know, their Twitter, whoever's been handling that, has actually been doing a really good job accepting feedback from players instead of just making excuses all the time. You know, anytime players end up telling them about, like, here's something that could be added to the game, they're like, that's interesting, we'll let the dev team know, and they actually share that information. So that was one of them that a friend of mine, Pickleman Games, who's in our Discord here and there and stuff. You know, he's been in my videos here and there in the past. But either way, you know, a good friend of mine, and he actually was the one, if I'm not mistaken, that told them, add Uber 10 to all the other biome generations. And then they were like, that's a good idea. I mean, granted, it's something that all of us have wanted for a very long time. But you got to understand that now that there is new people in charge, they don't know any of the past history that came with this game, including all of the player suggestions. They don't have a list of any of that stuff. So let them know, hit them up on their Twitter and let them know, like, if there's anything that you think would end up being like a cool idea and stuff, because usually they've been doing a pretty good job with it. Now, the reason why this is really exciting is because on top of just telling me that, they actually said that not only do they want to let me know about the update before it goes live, they said that they're going to end up giving me some potential codes for maybe some actual store packs for once, instead of, oh good, another Crystal 3. That's lucky. They're going to let me, you know, have a bunch of codes to give away that I'm hoping it's just not streamer dream boxes only. I'm hoping that it's going to end up being something else, because it's been a long time since I've been able to give something substantial away for Trove. You know, more notably like store packs and stuff like that, because, you know, it's literally been years since I've been able to give something like that away. So I think that's really cool that they reached out to me for that. And with them talking about this, again, has me speculating positively. You know, this is all just a guess, but wondering whether or not, I'm ignoring that 5-star dungeon, I don't care, that maybe this update is going to end up adding some actual content and a possibility of maybe adding a new store pack, and maybe that's why they're giving me like codes for it. I would love it if they would give us all the items from the Extra Life pack, maybe just not have it go towards Extra Life. Nothing against the charity, obviously, you know, that's to a good cause, but I'm just saying that I don't know if Gamigo has any ties with Extra Life, and so I think it would be a lot easier for them, you know, as far as the politics are concerned, to just take all the items and just put them into a store pack, so that people that ended up spending money to get those items added to the game can end up seeing those items added to the game. Because in short, Extra Life was a charity event where anytime you would end up buying this store pack, a certain amount of the proceeds would end up going towards the Extra Life charity. And they had it so that a while back, like maybe a year or two ago, you could actually join a live stream of one of the developers, and you could literally pay in order to end up getting items added to the game. So like the pack that we've got that has the bee dragon, for example, somebody spent like, it was something ridiculous, like $250 or $500 or something like that, to get that dragon added to the game. And I didn't know that that event was going on, because otherwise I would have dropped down a ton of money, man. Let me tell you, I want to have a raven mount, you know, where it's like an actual, its idle animation is actually like flying while you're on it or something. But we won't talk about that. We won't get into that, because, you know, unfortunately, that's probably never going to happen again. And, you know, a friend of mine, Merc, oh, hi, Merc, you know, he's the meme guy. He actually ended up paying to get a helmet added to the game, and it never got added to the game. So that's where I would love to see if they added the Extra Life pack or something like that. Now, on top of all of that, the thing that's really got me excited is the fact that they mentioned that they want to have this as a long-term partnership between me and them, where they'll regularly let me know about all the new Trove updates, and, you know, they'll give me all the info. They'll give me like potentially new screenshots, maybe new video files and stuff like that. And basically what I think is going to happen here is, I think they're acknowledging their shortcomings. And I think that it would be very cool if the direction that they're going in is I would kind of become the representative of the new content coming to the game instead of us having to wait for the Trove devs to end up doing a live stream, which nothing against those streams, you know, sometimes they were really, really hype whenever they would show off new stuff, but they didn't really know, like, I'm a content creator, they're not a content creator, so there's a big defining difference between how they present the new content and how I would present the new content. So I think it would be really, really awesome if they made, like, this is just something that I strongly agree with as a person, not because it benefits me, which it benefiting me is really cool as well, but most of all, I just think that it's really awesome if they start taking advantage of their content creators to deliver new content. You know what I mean? I don't know why that took me so long to explain. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for today. Clearly, we are godlike as the Neon Ninja. I mean, we've got a couple other people here doing these dungeons with us, but we're doing some crazy amounts of damage here. We're almost like one-shotting these bosses. I would love to just test out my damage. I guess we can test it out right here. Without a pot, using a shuriken, we can actually one-shot a boss in in U10. Oh my gosh. How much damage did we actually end up doing? It won't, I don't think it'll matter too much if we do it on a side enemy, will it? Okay, so we're doing 73 mil. That's insane, because the cap for damage numbers anyways is 100 mil, so it's 99, 999, whatever, right? And the fun fact is the Shadow Hunter is one of the only characters that will actually hit max damage with his ultimate ability, and even though you're actually hitting the damage number cap, the damage you're actually dealing to the enemy will proceed over that. It's very strange. Apparently it's got something to do with this game being in like 32-bit number generation or something. I don't know. I'm not a tech guy or anything like that, but I wanted to let you guys know not only Neon Ninja 34 KPR, but while I had your attention for something that's as hype as this of having full Crystal 3, oh my goodness gracious, not to mention my Stellar 3 ring, which obviously has my energy regen. But on top of that, just let you know, Gamigo reached out to me and they've told me some really cool stuff. So hopefully, you know, sometime later this week, I'll end up hearing back from them. Apparently the person that I had in contact is at like, they're at like a game convention or something like that right now. So I'm not going to hear back from them probably over the weekend. And then more than likely this coming week, if the update doesn't already come out first before I can cover it, at the least we should hopefully end up having some new information about a new update for Trove. And you know, anyone can get behind that, because seriously, this game is thirsty, man. It's thirsty. The players need some water. They need some updates, right? Anyways, now I'm just prattling on. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Very much appreciate it. And I very much appreciate the positivity and support I've continued to get from all of you over the years. You know, Trove has definitely changed my channel for the better. And I've actually been really excited that you guys have been a little bit more accepting of some of the other games that I've been playing. You know, like Minecraft has been an absolute hoot for me. It actually takes like hours and hours of record time cut down into, I guess, kind of a highlights clip of like me just playing through Minecraft stuff. So I still recommend you guys check that out if you haven't already, because especially the modded series, because it's very similar to Trove in a lot of ways, like the roguelike adventures, just because it's got a big focus on like going out and adventuring and stuff like that. And it's been a nice break from Trove just because there's not really anything going on with this game right now. Now that said, last but not least, while I do have your attention, I want to let you guys know, yes, I'm still going to continue the console version series of Trove. You know, PC is just easier for me to record and get out to you guys immediately. That's why PC is a lot more consistent than the console versions. But again, I've just been really, really busy in real life with real life stuff, you know, still raising my new puppy, Pug, and stuff like that. And because of it, you know, she's starting to get a little bit more under control, which means that I can actually sleep and get some work done. But sometimes when I'm recording during the day, there's been construction going on and the dogs are barking and stuff, and it's been crazy for me. I should make a vlog about it, but I honestly don't have the time and I don't really care to. So I wanted to just kind of let you guys know my appreciation for the positivity and support that you guys have given me. I feel so blessed every single day that I can end up playing games for a living. You know, it's just absolutely awesome. Trove's not going anywhere, and I do definitely want to bring back my alternate PC account where we're starting Trove as a complete free-to-play player at the beginning of the game, because I do still find that to be a very fun idea, and hopefully over the next few months we'll start to see more and more updates coming to this game, because as of right now, there is, like, this is going to be the first update that Gamigo officially is behind, and the new development team is officially behind. That's why I'm really excited, because you know, the gardening update and everything before that was kind of already finished, so they just duct taped it and released it to us, whereas now there is no pre-developed content. So I'm really excited to see what they give us. Either way, I'm still really more so focused on hoping that we get U10 in all the different biomes so we can finally get out of Geo Topside. And I really, really hope that they make the generation proper, because one of the big things about Geo Topside and why it's the most efficient farming in the game is because these dungeons all generate so close to one another. So hopefully they do that for all of the other biomes, because if they just take the same generation and just add 5-star dungeons instead, then it means that dungeons might not necessarily generate as close to one another, and it might not be as efficient. That said, it would still be a welcome breath of fresh air, especially for you guys on console, because I'm sitting here with mods making this area look kind of pretty. Less uggles, let's say, but you guys on console, you don't have mods, so you're stuck with the disgusting red. I know it would be a breath of fresh air, even if it would be less efficient, right? Thanks for watching. Smash like, sub for more. Have yourselves a great day. You want to support the channel, buy some of the merch, check down below. Sayonara. I kind of messed that up. Sushi out.